All right, y'all, what's going on? What's going on? All right, so today I'm eating a double bacon cheeseburger with an egg on it and fries. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Go and subscribe. Even if you aren't new, if you haven't subscribed, definitely go and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell so you get notifications the next time I post a video. Leave us some comments down below. Let us know things you like to see us try, things you like to see us cook. Interact with us because we do like to hear from you. I'm just so curious and get started. Definitely follow. Thank you for this food that we're about to receive for nourishment of our bodies and health. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Man, I just was really wanting me a burger and fries, okay? And a good burger, you feel me? Like, so I went on here and made me a little burger. I got my little Melinda's jalapeno ketchup, because ranch and ketchup with fries is a must, okay? You hear me? I have to do it. And then I'm gonna use this this Capital City, the sweet hot maple sauce. Oop, I got my own dang hair in my fries. My hair was shedding like crazy. I put I think it's a BuzzFeed seasoning, but it's like a ranch and chive something seasoning. All right. So usually if I make a burger at home, it's gonna have an egg on it. I felt like making an egg today, so it's egg on it. I should have put some, well, sauce under the egg. Squirt it all up in there. Pause. This is about to get messy. Oh, damn. Yes, sir. I didn't form this patty myself. It's a frozen patty. I should have made a deer meat burger. Oh my goodness. I like want to make stuff, you know, obviously with the deer meat, but I'm kind of nervous because y'all know the baby had got sick the one day that I used it to make them tacos. Now, granted, it could have been something else, but we did have those deer meat nachos. So I don't know what made him sick that day, but I'm not trying to relive that, okay? Oh. That's what I forgot to tell. I was responding to messages in our sibling chat, and I knew I forgot to respond to something, and I just remembered it. My brother dang on food. He gonna say, you know, okay, you know you can't fight. You're childish. He's talking about when we was younger. Yeah. Anywho, I was gonna finish talking about Love is Blind because I did another video today and I had started talking about it, but I didn't get to finish. So, I don't know what's going on with this burger. I'm been on every side of it. Okay. So I think I had left off talking about how trifling. This is a spoiler alert. So if you haven't finished Love is Blind, just mute me. Don't turn me off. Just mute me, man. I was talking about how trifling I feel that Sarah and Jeremy were, because I just feel like they didn't even, like, even though they say that when they met up the one night where he stayed out till like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, nothing happened between them or whatever. Sarah Ann said that he had told her that he was going to break stuff off with Laura. So, like, and that's just so interesting because, I mean, obviously he could have, he said he made the wrong choice, but I feel like his childish. So that I think that when him and Laura start, you know, going through real life stuff, you know what I'm saying, he probably just, you know, kind of was like, oh man, I want that. You know, he felt like Sarah Ann was just fun and easy. But anyhow, something I'm gonna say before I forget is that what I was saying about Clay, because Clay said that he felt like he wasn't ready to be married or whatever. And it's just like, why would you waste people's time going through this process? The same thing with Married at First Sight, when they be like, they get to the person, they be like, oh, you a stranger, all that kind of stuff, like, and be like using that as a clutch, like throughout the whole entire process or whatever, and don't even be giving people a chance because they a stranger. Like, you knew you was marrying a stranger, you knew you wasn't gonna know this person. I don't understand why you would go on a show and then use the premise of the show as a crutch. Like, you know that you're not gonna know this person. Like, you're gonna meet a complete stranger and get married to them at the altar. Like, that's the whole show. Or with Love is Blind, you know that it's an expedited process, dating process, and then you're gonna go through an expedited like engagement, and then you're gonna get married at the end of it. What do you mean? Like, I don't feel like that should be a factor. Like, you should say, like, I'm not ready to get married. Like, you knew that that a marriage was coming from this. Like, and then like Clay was also asking AD, like, did she feel like, you know, the time frame was definite, like, which I guess that should have told us something then when he asked that. But it's just like, dude, she was just like, you know, well, I, you know, signed up for this process, like, I knew that it was gonna be quick. He like, what's the harm in them just continuing to date beyond the weddings or whatever? Because that's not what this show said. That's not what we signed up for, my guy. So, alright, so anywho, to me, it just seemed very trifling that Jeremy and Sarah Ann, like, they didn't even wait until after the beach day at least. Like, y'all just, I just feel like it was a slap in the face to Laura. Like, y'all did it right in her face. Y'all didn't even try to hide it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it don't really help, like, you know, whatever thoughts that she had about what transpired the night that y'all had met up. But regardless, like, he was out till 5 in the morning with another woman. And you got a whole fiance at the house. And he said he shared his location. And she was up and peeked, you know what I'm saying, where he was at, and saw that he wasn't no longer at the bar at one point or whatever. He was up by where Sarah Ann lived, and she knew sort of where she lived at or whatever. And when she asked him if he had went to her house, I think he lied. He said that they was at the bar the whole time in the parking lot. Foul, messy. Who else was on there? Oh, Jimmy and Chelsea was her name. I was sad for Jessica because I wanted him to choose her, but at the end of the day, like she said, you know, she's gonna find somebody that is gonna choose her, like. But I definitely think he probably, like, well, one, she was the first person to, like, have a kid on the show, and now I'm curious to hear what y'all feel about why, like, she didn't want to lead with, like, her having a kid. Like, she wanted the people to get to know her first and then tell them that she had a kid. Get to know her as an individual and then as a mother, which I get that's fair, but at the same time, like, that's just like with the guy from season 1 who, but it ain't really, her not telling them she had a kid is not as bad as I feel as not telling somebody that you bisexual, basically. A bisexual man. Because there is a difference. And it's unfortunate, I know it's a double standard, but it is a difference. But I don't know, I feel like, I don't know. But I can't say that, I mean, I get it. I don't know. I guess I get it because I haven't always led with the fact that I'm a mom. Now, I don't hide my kids, and if you ask me, I'm going to tell you. Obviously, I got kids or whatever, but I don't know. I get it. I don't know. But what y'all feel like? You definitely coming out the gate. You saying, yeah, I got higher material. You waiting until it come up, till the subject presents itself or whatever. Like, I don't know. No, I'm not saying you meeting the kids immediately, but anywho. So, I guess I'm glad that he didn't, like, you know, choose her or whatever, but it definitely seemed like, I think that the kid thing was probably a big, not a red flag for him, but it was a deal breaker for him. Like, he didn't want to date somebody that already had kids. Like, I don't think he was ready for that responsibility, you know what I'm saying? Or wanting to take on it. Not saying that he wasn't ready, but wanting to take that on. Which is unfortunate because Jessica's a baddie. Another baddie, okay? She's gorgeous. She read him. She was just like, look, your heart gonna stop being. What she said some stuff like, basically, you gonna wish that you had chose me when you see me. Like, basically. And allegedly, one, he's gonna say she still was his number one, and two, he gonna say that she was I don't know if it cut me out, but I was saying that Jessica was Jimmy's typical type that he would go for in the real world or whatever. But Chelsea was nuts. So I feel like he dodged the bullet with that one. Because she just, which she admitted that, you know, she was definitely insecure or whatever, like, but the arguments that she would just be starting, or, and then she definitely gave Karen, okay, because, you know, she would just start crying to try and, like, you know, get out of the argument or smooth it over or whatever, like, and then I feel like when they was arguing about, she was saying she was then, like, he had told everybody, I think, in the pods about his best friends or whatever, and that he has female best friends. One of, I don't know if he told everybody that he was intimate with one of them, but he told Chelsea. But he told her off camera, and I guess he was kind of mad that she had brought it up on camera because he didn't want to discuss it. Didn't want their business all out there like that. But like, she had started an argument with him, and then was, you know, like trying to like, oh, but don't leave. Just some real crazy stuff. I don't know. But I will say that Jimmy just definitely confused. I'm sure Chelsea was confused because she confused me. And something I said in the other video I did was like, they be saying all this, they be saying all the right stuff, real cute stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, how much they feel about each other, whatever. And him and Chelsea had went on this real cute date. They went to an amusement park. Seemed like they had a blast. And then, at the end of the date, he basically said that he wasn't gonna say yes. Like, he didn't even want to go, he didn't even want to do the wedding. And Chelsea confused, just like I'm sure we all was confused. Like, well, why did you, like, we just went on this amazing date for you to say that you're not, like, gonna, like, we're not gonna do the wedding. Why did we go through the rigmarole of trying on dresses and tuxes and doing all this if you wasn't gonna say yes and you knew you wasn't gonna say yes? So, I don't even know, but I think I mean, in the pods with Jimmy, I don't know, maybe, and he just really didn't, I mean, maybe just didn't seem like he just didn't like Jessica all like that, but that's weird for him to say that she was still his number one, but yet you didn't choose her. And she had, like, poured her heart out to him. She gave him this letter that she had wrote to her future husband. Like before the pause and everything, before the show and everything, and you know what I'm saying, like, told the man she loved him and all that kind of stuff, and he just was not trying to say nothing back. Like, he said he ain't want to tell her what she wanted to hear or whatever. But then he went right on and told Chelsea that he loved her. I don't know. Oh, and I guess the going thing or joke was that Chelsea told Jimmy that she looked like Bacon Fox. Sis don't look nothing like Bacon Fox. I was trying to see it. I wanted to see it. I'm about to see if I know somebody that posted a side by side, so I'm gonna see if I find one. See if I can see it, because I don't see it. But she said that's what she get most of the time. People tell her she look like Megan Fox. Okay. Now, I'm not body shaming. But she definitely, it ain't the body for sure. It really ain't the face either. She also kind of talks like, because it seemed like the way she talked, I feel like you would think her front teeth was bigger than what they are. But that's just the way she talked. I don't know, like it reminded me of Recess, the girl with the long red hair or whatever that wore the glasses and she had braces. Like she kind of talked like her, I feel like, but the girl talked like that because she had big front teeth. Like Chelsea had got the big front teeth, but yeah, she talked. Oh, that was weird. And she was just a crybaby. She was a brat, man, crybaby, like a true Karen, honestly. Gaslight you, and then play the victim when you poke the bear and then play the victim. That's what I could describe her as. And then who was the other? And then nothing to report on Amy and what's his name? Amy and I don't know, whoever she married. The only couple that actually got married. They were just, I mean, you just knew that they were gonna get married. Like they were super cute. I think the most controversial thing or thing that they kind of struggled with was whether Amy was gonna get on birth control or not, because they wanted to be, well, I think they were mostly waiting, but they also wanted to be intimate. But the homie said hard no on having kids right now. Like, I don't want to have no kids. But she never had been on birth control and didn't really want to get on birth control just because of the unknown or whatever, kind of, scared her and stuff. But I don't know, they said they figuring it out, child. So, but they were cool. They were just like, and me and Yasmin were talking about, like, well, she was saying that it seemed like they were just kind of boring or whatever. And I was like, but that's because like, you knew they were going to get married. But then she also brought up some examples of, like, other couples, like Brett and Tiffany. You knew they was going to get married, but they were still kind of interesting. And Lauren, was it Lauren? Lauren and, that married the white guy I think it was the first season. What's his name? I can't remember his name. Melanin obsessive guy, my bad. What is his name? Why I can't remember his name? But yeah, they were still interesting, even though they were, but also I feel like with them, even though you knew that they was gonna get married, they also had a lot of, like, life stuff, like kind of different demographic stuff to figure out or whatever, because they were different races and stuff. So I feel like that stuff kind of like made theirs interesting, even though they were gonna get married. And I also feel like it was I mean, you knew Brett and Tiffany were like, what I'm saying, like this, they was going to get married. But I also feel like that it just seemed like they both kind of was, well, no, Brett was cool. Tiffany just seemed like she kind of struggled a little bit, like in her feelings and stuff about everything. But yeah, but Brett, I feel like he knew, like he ain't had no questions, ifs, ands, or buts about it, I feel like. And then it was cool, the reunion, to see some of the other couples or whatever. And then, I didn't even talk about the mullet guy. I forget what his name is, but that he basically did go on the show for fame. I guess people probably always wonder, like, what are people's true intentions and motivations behind going on the show. Now, he say he came with the purest intentions and that, but allegedly he had this girlfriend or somebody he was dating that he was talking about he loved them or whatever, and that he was just going on the show and then he was gonna come back to her or whatever, and blase skip. And yeah, I mean, so he was texting her right up before he went on the show, and then immediately after he had left, he was texting old girl, talk about he loved her and everything. And this was somebody that Chelsea was choosing between, so I guess it's a good thing that Chelsea chose Jimmy, maybe. But then homie said that if he had left with somebody, then he would have cut the old girl off. He just felt like they were toxic or whatever, blase skip, and that they wasn't really in a relationship. It was just somebody he was dating. Who knows? But what I really appreciate about Love Is Blind is Nick and Vanessa, because they do not play. They ask the questions that people want to know. They be these other reality TV shows and stuff, when the reunions happen and like stuff, they don't be asking tough questions, okay? Vanessa and Nick, because they be having the same Vanessa be having the same questions that we be having, so she asked the same questions and she don't let off their neck, okay? Like I forget who it was, but somebody didn't basically answer the question that she asked them, and so she asked it again. She's like, but the question was this, and this. Like, you said a whole lot, but you ain't answer my question. Like, I like her, man. I like her. And then who was it? Ken and the principal and the melanin recessive girl that ended up getting engaged, but then I guess she wasn't attracted to him basically, and so she yeah. So she wasn't attracted to him, and so they ended up calling off their engagement. But dang, that's crazy. Like, that's messed up. Like, but then they still talk every day. It was just like, but I was kind of, I don't know. It brought up some, you know, who asked them questions. AD asked Ken some questions about, you know, marrying a, you know, melanin recessive woman, and then like, you know, family stuff, and like what happens when they have kids, and like, does she understand what it means to have a black man, like have black, like, and they have sons, like, does, you know, Ken's potential wife know what it means to birth a black son and have black sons, you know what I'm saying, in society? Like, does she know how to navigate that or whatever? And I want to say, it seemed like the chick, I forget, I don't know what her name was it Amber? No, that's AD's real name, never mind. It seemed like she dated black men before, I think, but yeah. And he was even asking, like, you know, I feel like they was talking about in the pods about, like, you know, how her family, like, would, you know, react or whatever. But that's real, though. I mean, that's absolutely real. And that's my thing, like, as far as, like, you know, honestly, my kids, like, you know, possibly dating melanin recessive folks, or why I can't really, it don't seem like I could really trust it, honestly, because do you know what it means? You know what I'm saying? Like, we as melanated folks go through a lot. We got a lot on us, a lot of hatred on us or whatever. It's a lot that we deal with. And like, are you gonna be there when the ish hit the fan? Like, you know what I'm saying? When, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you gonna be a real ally? You know what I'm saying? You gonna, or what? Like, do you think it's cute to just be dating a melanated person? Or do you really, like, want to be down with me and be down with the struggles that we face as a people? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna advocate for me and our kids? You feel me? Like, it's just a lie. It's a lie to navigate. You feel me? You just don't even know. And then people's family history, okay? Like, that's cool that you cool with me, but like, what about your family? Like, how your family gonna react? It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with, okay? And yeah, I definitely get where AD was coming from or whatever when she was asking that. And then the chick, she said, she was like, well, it's a difference if it was coming from love or basically, you know, from a real place of concern, or was she just hating? And I'm just like, girl, ain't nobody hating. Like, we need to know these things. Like, so yeah. That is, and so what else? What else? I seen a couple people. I don't even remember. There was 2 people that was pregnant. The one chick, who family like super rich or whatever, and the guy, I forget what their name is, but they 5 months pregnant. And then, you know, Bliss and Zach, which I'm just so, again, I think I talked about this before, but I'm so glad that Zach lets his beard grow out, because he looks creepy when he does not have that beard. So I'm glad he just letting his hair grow, man, because it's a better look for him. But I think they officially are having the first Love is Blind baby. But then there's another girl that I forget what season she was on, but she pregnant. Not by whoever. I don't think she made it to the altar, whatever. I don't even know. Or she was obviously at the altar, but she didn't get married to who she got engaged to. And then that one couple. Yeah. Now, I don't know what Perfect Match is, but I know that Nick Lachey, I guess, is the you know, the host of it or whatever. But now they said Micah and Izzy are gonna be on there, but I'm trying to figure out, is they gonna be on there together, or are they just gonna be people on the show? Because, like, yeah. Okay, well, I think that's all I got to say about Love is Blind, I think. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all want to talk about. Because if I see some good, you know, I converse with y'all in there. But then I also, I break it up again in another video if I, you know what I'm saying? If we need to. Alright, but I guess that's it. That's all, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave us some comments down below. Let us know things I see us try, things I see us cook. Interact with us, because we do have to hear from you. And subscribe. Subscribe, hit that bell so you get notifications the next time we post a video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.